Dear friends, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to dive into CSP bypass module in DVWA at low security level. And I will explain what CSP is. But what's more important, I'd like to showcase how to bypass CSP policy. So now, let's get started. As you can see over here, CSP or Content Security Policy is a browser security mechanism that aims to mitigate XSS and some other attacks. It works by restricting the resources, such as scripts and images, that a page can load, and restricting whether a page can be framed by other pages. To enable CSP, a response needs to include an HTTP response header called Content Security Policy with the value containing the policy. Okay? For example, this one will only allow scripts to be loaded from the same origin as the page itself. And this one will only allow scripts to be loaded from a specific domain. Okay? So now I think you know what CSP is. Next, I'd like to go to practical part of this video. Let's head over to Kali Linux VM. First of all, we need to set a security level to low, submit, and then we can navigate to CSP bypass. So you can include scripts from external sources, examine the content security policy, and enter a URL to include here. So we can enter a URL. For example, maybe I can put anything like, anything, right? And, to understand what's going on between client or browser and the server, it's best to launch Bubble Suite, okay? And then we can launch Bubble Suite. And next, then start Bubble Suite. Let me enlarge the window so you can see what's going on exactly. At the top, we can navigate to proxy and then enable intercept option. So then we can go back to the browser and click the button include. So the Bubble Suite has intercepted the request for us. We can send this request to repeater module, and we can send it. Send it. So here, of course, this will not be successful because, maybe it's successful, I don't know, okay? The local host is running, in my community, is running DVWA. But the key point you can notice here, in the header of response, we can notice this section, Content Security Policy and Script SRC, and the value includes like self, the same origin, and also this domain, and this one, and this one, and this one, okay, this one. So this means, if without this policy, and we can utilize this function to include any resource, okay? If you open the view resource, I can disable, the source code, you can see over here, and set the CSP policy, and then use the function header to send this this CSP policy in the header to the client. Okay, and then include the value, whatever we input or pass, and this would be the value of the source attribute of script. Okay, so how to test? If just I said without CSP, I think we can, for example, we can try to supply any JavaScript from any sources. So how to do? We can set up the test JavaScript code, and then we can set up a web server with Python 3. So now I think we can close up this web suite, and then we can try to we can open the developer tool and navigate to network tab, and we can try to access this address. Of course, because the port number is different from the DVWA, so this is not the same origin. Okay, so this address violates the CSP policy. If we click the button include, I don't think our web server will receive the request because the browser will block this request include. And you see, our web server running locally didn't receive such a request. And here, you can check this request and response. And on the top, you can see the content security policy. The page setting blocked a script, okay, from this source, from this address. All right. So now, how to bypass? Because we have already know the CSP policy. If you view the source again, for example, we can use this address, or this address can be, and we can create a JavaScript code in this website, and then the address can be the value of the include, and the code can be loaded and executed. But for some reason, I don't know, maybe now, unlike before, this requires authentication. I cannot use this one to create our own, the JavaScript file. So yeah, for some reason, I don't know, I cannot figure out. Anyway, we can, for example, we can try to use this one because this is also, comply with this policy, content security policy. Yeah, which one? Yes, this one. So this falls into allowable scope. Okay, so how to do? I think we can copy this address. This address or this JavaScript file was created by the author, so we do not need to create our own. And again, this address or this domain is allowable by this application. Okay, we can copy and then click the button include. Yes, the code has been executed. If you know what content of this JavaScript file, we can access separately. This is of course, this is a very simple JavaScript code. Anyhow, I have already demonstrated how to bypass content security policy. Okay, so with that being said, that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you next Bye. Have a good day, please.